about high school basketball players that go straight to the NBA if they're good enough, like LeBron James, Dwight Howard, people like that. So right now the NBA eligibility rules are that all players have to be at least 19 years old, and they have to be 1 year removed from their high school graduation. And you're automatically eligible if you completed 4 years of college, or you played overseas and then reported back, to the United States to try out for the draft. I got that from NBA.com. Reasons for the rules. The rules established because there was a big increase in high school basketball players, and a lot of them weren't good enough to be in the NBA. So they thought it would be a good idea for them to do like a year or two in college, develop a little bit, and then try out then. And people also feared that would diminish the level of play in the NBA. Like nobody wants to sit there and look at a 17-year-old kid against 25-year-old men, getting dunked on and stuff like that. So anyway, so in 2005, David Stern installed a rule to raise the age limit to 19, which made a lot of players mad. So most players will go to college for a year and then enter the draft next year. Other players will go overseas, like I said, and then maybe in 2 or 3 years try out. And I found this kind of shocking. Some players will drop out of high school and go overseas, which is kind of dumb, but whatever. So a big concern with me, I think if you go, by making players go to college for a year, they risk injury. Since college basketball is very intense, you risk tearing the ACL, MCL, tendon, anything. These injuries can be painful and take a long time to heal. Kyrie Irving, right there, tore ligaments in his toe, which caused him to miss most of the season. Fortunately, he was able to return to college briefly, maybe I think the playoffs or something like that. But this could have ended his career. He could have not been able to go to the NBA. Make all that money like he's making now. There's no value of sending elite players to college because most of them don't go to class, or if they do, that means they're doing enough to stay eligible, so trying to get a C average. After the first semester, a lot of them don't even take any more classes after that, so they're pretty much just a guy that's walking around campus and plays basketball. And many of them don't declare a major, so you don't have to. So the only people that benefit from that is colleges. They make millions of dollars a year off these athletes, and they don't get paid or they don't learn. So why go to college? Another big one is there's no team identity. Teams with one and dones, they're only going to be there for a year, so they don't have enough time to bond with each other, learn each other's playing styles. So basically, teams like Kentucky have to rebuild every year. Most of those guys aren't even there now. So that causes a lot of mistakes when you watch them play. Guys don't know each other, they don't know their style, turnovers, stuff like that. Poverty, a lot of players grow up in poor neighborhoods, they don't have a lot of money, sometimes their parents aren't in their life. 86% of student athletes in general grow up in poverty. Students see the NBA as a way to support their families and live their dream. If players were allowed to go straight to the NBA, they could better provide for their families, obviously. So, yeah, most players don't develop on the court in college by going there for a year. Most of the time, they're better than anybody that they play in college, so they should just go straight to the NBA and play against guys that are to their skill level, I guess. For example, Anthony Davis, who's dunking on my man Kemp right there. He was the best center at his time. Nobody was better than him. So what good came out of going to college, Kentucky for a year, and then now he's dropping 20 points a game in the NBA. So he basically, I don't think he got any better. So in conclusion, players that are elite should be allowed to go straight to the NBA without going to college because they don't benefit from it. Yeah, why hold off on making millions of dollars when you can make it now? So that's it.